This is part 2 of our language arts research. The student will conduct research to answer questions or solve problems using available resources. In part 1, we researched using the internet and we gathered information on bats. Part 2, we will now take this information which we've written on our graphic organizer and put it down into a research paper. In part 1, we looked at how to use a graphic organizer to collect information on a research project. We decided we were going to do our research project on bats. This is the graphic organizer that we started with. Let's review how we gathered all of our research about bats.
Research paper for kids. Episode 3, Researching. I'm writing a research paper about bats. I've already made a plan for my writing, so now I'm ready to do some research. Research means finding information about a topic. Let me look back at my plan. Here are the categories or big ideas I decided to include in my research paper. I wrote down the information that I already knew and some questions that I'm wondering. When I find new information, I'll add some notes to my graphic organizer. Now I need to find some information. I can look in books, I can watch videos, or I can find information on the internet. I'm going to start on a website called Pebble Go. Here's their article about bats. This page is about a bat's body. It says, bats are the only mammals with wings. They have a wingspan between 6 inches and 6 feet. Bats are different shades of gray, brown, or black. This answers some of my questions. I have a section called What Bats Look Like. I just learned that bats can be between 6 inches and 6 feet. Wow, let me write that down. I already knew bats could be black or brown, but I just learned that they can be gray too. I'll add that to my organizer as well. Their next page is about bats' habitats. It says, bats can be found all over the world except in very cold northern areas. Bats sleep during the day. They rest in dark, quiet places like caves. I already knew that they lived in caves. I was wondering if they lived in Georgia, where I live, and it sounds like they do. They live all over the world except in very cold places. The next page is about food. It says, bats eat at night. They use echolocation to find prey. Most bats eat insects. Some bats also eat plants. A few eat small animals. So bats do eat bugs. But I learned that bats can also eat plants and even small animals. Wow. I'm still looking for some information to add to my page about what bats can do. Let's see. This page called Fun Facts says, some male bats attract females by screeching. There are more than 1,100 kinds of bats. Vampire bats drink the blood of cows, pigs, horses, and birds. Wow, I'll write down that some bats screech. And whoa, I didn't know that bats really drank blood. I will definitely add that to my writing. The other question I wanted to know was how fast bats can fly, but I haven't found that information yet. I'm going to do an internet search to see if I can find the answer. I'm going to go to Kiddle.com, a search engine that is safe for kids. I'm typing, how fast can bats fly? Let's see. I'm going to click on this link to National Geographic Kids. Here it is. It says bats can fly faster than a child walking. A bat can fly 10 miles per hour and a child can only walk 2 miles per hour. I will add that to my organizer. Now I have all of the information I was looking for, so I think I'm finished researching.
First, let's start with the title of our paper, Bats. So here's how my paper would look with the title, Bats. Now it's time to put my information into sentences. I think I'll start off with how bats look, what they look like. So it'll be this section. I'm going to talk about that they have wings that are 6 inches to 6 feet, that they can be brown, black, or gray, that they have sharp teeth and claws. This is all from my research. So now I've taken my research and written my sentences. I'm remembering to start my sentence with an uppercase letter and to end my sentence with punctuation. My sentences on how bats look are: bats have wings that can be 6 inches to 6 feet. Bats can be brown, black, or gray. They have sharp teeth and claws. Now I'm ready to work on the next section of my research paper. The next section I'm going to write about is where bats live. We researched and found out that they live in treetops, attics, in caves, warm places, and all over the world. Now I've taken my research on where bats live and written these sentences. Bats live in treetops, attics, and in caves. They live all over the world in warm places. The next section I'm writing about is what bats eat. We researched and found out that they eat insects, small animals, plants, fruit, and some drink blood. Now my research paper has my sentences about what bats eat. I wrote, bats eat insects, small animals, plants, and fruit. Sometimes they drink blood. Now I'm going to write about what bats can do. I researched and found out that they fly at night. They can see sound, which is called echolocate, and that they help pollinate different kinds of plants. So let me put that in a sentence form on my paper. So the section for what bats can do, I wrote, bats fly at night. They locate objects or see sound called echolocate. Bats help pollinate plants. So this is how my research paper would look. The title of this research paper is Bats. Bats have wings that can be 6 inches to 6 feet. Bats can be brown, black, or gray. They have sharp teeth and claws. Bats live in treetops, attics, and in caves. They live all over the world in warm places. Bats eat insects, small animals, plants, and fruit. Sometimes they drink blood. Bats fly at night. They locate objects or see sound called echolocate. Bats help pollinate plants. Well, thank you for learning how to research with me, and I hope that you find something interesting to research on your own. Bye-bye.